What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and V-Bucks are about to get a little bit more expensive. Depending on the region you live in, it might have already gotten a bit more expensive previously. You know, places like Canada have already seen changes in the past, but it now is going to be affecting everyone else, right? It's going to be affecting a lot more countries, including the United States and anywhere else that uses the USD, you know, United States dollars as the actual currency. So in today's video, we're going to be kind of talking about all that, but it's kind of odd to see how this change is currently going on because, you know, it all is really just kind of affecting everything, right? If you really think about it, it is all focused on making their game more profitable. Originally, the the reason why V-Bucks got cheaper was because of the fact that they wanted to fight off Apple and Google Play Store, right? They wanted to make it so that they could have their own little monetization option without Apple taking 30% of their revenue, and that's one of their main concerns, right? That is why they dropped the mega sale back in 2020, where you could buy V-Bucks at a discounted price, this being $8, this being $20, $32, and $80, instead of, you know, the cheapest one being $10, and instead of the most cheap or most expensive one being $100. So they definitely decided to, you know, drop the price a little bit. I mean, $20 cheaper for 13,500 V-Bucks. It's an amazing price to see. However, it's not going to be as cheap anymore. It will still be cheaper than the original, especially if you're using the United States currency. But as you can see based on the image on screen, we're doing a little bit of some price reductions here. So firstly, when it comes to the 1,000 V-Bucks, it will now cost you an extra $1, and I'll go ahead and put this image up higher so you can see the comparison prices here. But if you want to buy 1,000 V-Bucks, it is now $8.99 instead of $7.99. If you want to buy 2,800 V-Bucks, it is now $22.99 instead of $19.99. If you want to buy 5,000 V-Bucks, it is now $36.99, which is an extra $5 instead of $31.99. And if you want to buy 13,500 V-Bucks, it is now $89.99 instead of $79.99, which is a $10 price increase, which means, you know, we're getting closer up there to the original prices back before the mega sale and everything, but it still is kind of crazy to see this type of stuff happening. And I mean, even if we look at different currencies, a lot of currencies are being adjusted, and based on my understanding, a lot of the prices are going up, and there's no prices that are actually going downwards anywhere. But if we look at things such as, you know, Turkey with their new lira currency, 13,500 V-Bucks, based on what I've seen over on Twitter, is actually a very, very big increase for those people, because the price you see for 5,000 V-Bucks being 500 new lira used to be the price for 13,500 V-Bucks, and instead it's being all the way increased by around like 3 times, to the point where, you know, what was originally 500 of their currency for 13,500 is now only enough to get you 5,000 V-Bucks in the game, and you have to basically pay like around 2.3 times up towards like 3 times in that currency to actually get the pricing changes and everything. But of course, it's not just V-Bucks, because for example, the Battle Pass is also getting a price increase. It is now $8.54 to actually gift the Battle Pass to people. The Untasked Courier Pack, which is, you know, the actual Save the World starter packs, are now going to be $17.99 instead of the normal price, which I do believe was $14.99 USD. And then the Extinction Code Pack, basically meaning any starter pack, is now going to be $4.49 instead of the normal like $3 you have to pay for it. So, you know, there are some slight price increases on everything, including the real money bundles that you're able to purchase in game, which is why if you go to the item shop right now, one of the things you guys should probably do if you want them is go down here and buy, you know, these 2 bundles, because these 2, you know, the High Stakes Club Pack and the Mainframe Throwback Quest Pack, both of those can be increased if they want to. Both of these can have a higher price than what they see right here, right? Instead of $7.99, they could definitely make that like $8 or $9.99, just like how they're adjusting the price of V-Bucks. However, the nice thing is they've already mentioned that one thing they won't be adjusting the price of is the Fortnite crew. So, you know, the normal price you're typically used to spending, that will still be the same price, meaning that, you know, you don't have to worry about, oh, the Fortnite crew is now more expensive or anything. It is going to stay the exact same, which also means that it's going to become a lot more beneficial to get V-Bucks from the crew than it is from just buying 1,000 V-Bucks, because of the fact that you get all those other benefits as well. And with the price of V-Bucks increasing but the crew staying the same, it means you're still technically getting the same value for your money. Now, I know there's definitely going to be a lot of people, you know, confused. Why are V-Bucks prices increasing? What's going on here? The original decrease was literally so they can combat stuff like Apple or whatever else, and the entire reason behind the V-Buck prices decreasing, you know, the entire reason between all of this is literally just the fact that, you know, they're trying to cut costs where they can. They're trying to make it so that they're able to go ahead and be profitable as a company, because with how they've kind of been running things right now, according to Tim Sweeney's official statement on it, they're not as profitable as they want to be, and instead they're bleeding money to where they're spending more than they're making every single year. And regardless of what you think about that entire situation, regardless of all that type of stuff, it is also because of inflation as well. So it's one part bad decisions by Epic Games and another part because of inflation, but it also brings up the question of why does video games need to go with their digital currencies and also modify the prices of them to match with the inflation and everything else? Because you look at other things like Roblox, that game has existed for like 10 plus years. It existed for a long time. I was playing Roblox back when I sounded like a wee little lad. I don't know why I did that voice, but it's like I've been playing Roblox forever and I've never seen their price increase. The only thing I've seen is them do the premium membership thing where for the cheaper tiers and everything, you're able to actually get more Robux for your money by purchasing the premium membership and then purchasing the Robux on top of it. So it's interesting to see how those games, don't worry about inflation or anything else. They kind of stay in their own stable spot. Meanwhile, Epic Games, mentions it's like, hey, we're increasing our prices due to inflation, when at the same time, they're also, doing all the other stuff such as laying off employees and everything else, which leaves people a little bit more suspicious about if this is, just about inflation like they say it is, or if it's also about, trying to cut costs where they can and trying to increase revenue profit so that they can continue doing everything they do, continue funding the maps they want to fund or whatever else, while being a game that can have a million collaborations or whatever in it. But I would love to hear in the comments down below, what do you guys think about the situation? What do you think about the price of V-Bucks increasing, and how do you feel just, in general regarding morale with Epic Games recently? Because it feels like they've been having a very, very bad, like press week, or press few days, I should say, because, after mentioning that they were going to be increasing the prices of V-Bucks again, they also mentioned that they're going to try appealing their whole entire Apple v Epic court case stuff, and then we get even more information in terms of, the whole entire thing going on with the whole, like, layoffs and whatnot. But even in the in-game item shop, they were selling the Share the Wealth emote in the daily tab, and, a lot of people are like, what if this is making fun of, the Epic employees that got laid off or whatever, which obviously it probably wasn't, but still it is a concern for some people. And, it's just like, they actually remove the daily tab because of everything, and it's just like, they are not having a good week, right? Epic Games is definitely, like, having a lot of bad press, like, towards them and everything else, and it only seems like it's going to continue getting worse and worse as we keep hearing about all this stuff going on behind the scenes, and as we hear about everything. Like, another thing to kind of mention, and I'll talk more in detail about this in a future video, is the fact that some Epic employees are getting locked out of their actual Epic Games account because of them being laid off, right? And it's just a super chaotic situation that really is kind of the point of Fortnite news recently, right? It's like, I don't want to focus on the bad stuff, but it's kind of the focus of everything going on, because it's not like it doesn't affect anyone. It affects you, it affects me, it affects everyone else, even if these people getting laid off, aren't our friends, employee, like, aren't people we personally know or anything. It still affects us because of the fact that, it's going to cause things to change at Fortnite, and it can actually have some, interesting little implications for the future in terms of, what is happening with the employees, how do we feel about Epic Games as a company, and just, how is the business decisions of Epic Games going to change over time. But with that said, hope you champs and chamets enjoyed today's YouTube video. If you did, consider subscribing to support the content I create, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Oh man, someone added me as a friend on Xbox and it lagged my Fortnite game. Okay, I need to turn off those notifications. But with that said, I'll catch you champs and champets next time with another video. Peace out.